Good morning, all. I welcome you for the lecture series in the course of Production Engineer Technology. So, in today's world, we have a lot of manufacturing process that is used to serve the mankind. And you could have seen in railways, the rails are there. Have you all traveled in rail? Yes. So, there is a railway where the wheels roll on the rails. So you could see a small picture here where the rail is there and there is some process going on in this rail. Can you guess what is that? Yes, it is about to join two rails. So this process is nothing but, yes, welding process. And we have named this process as thermit welding. So it's a metal joining process where exothermic chemical reactions between aluminum powder and iron oxide takes place. So aluminum powder and iron oxide is mixed, and then due to the chemical reaction, after the combustion of these two mixtures, we are getting a molten metal, and this molten metal is filled into the cavity that is between the two rails. So this high heat, high energy technique is commonly used to connect the railroad track repair and other heavy duty applications. Let us go into the topic deeper. So what is the basic principle of thermit reaction? So one is ignition, another one is heating, third one is bonding. So thermit reaction is starts with the ignition. So we have a magnesium ribbon to trigger the exothermic reaction between the two powders, that is aluminum powder and iron oxide. The number two process is heating. The reaction, when ignited or combusted, the mixture produces a temperature up to 2500 degrees centigrade, melting the iron and steel components to be joined. So basically, the welding process happens by the application of heat and pressure. We know the basic things. So bonding is the third principle that takes place in thermit reactions. The bonding happens between two gaps that where the molten steel flows into the joint, creating strong metallurgical bond between the workpieces and after cooling and solidification. So thermit welding process, we have three preparation process. One is mold preparation, where the mold is carefully constructed around the joint. Like whenever you join two railroads, we have to carefully make the mold where the cavity has to be prepared in which the molten metal has to flow into the cavity. So the next one is addition of thermit powder. And the thermit powder mixture containing aluminum and iron oxide is poured into the crucible mold. And the third part is pouring molten metal. The thermit reaction is ignited and the resulting molten steel is poured into the mold to form the weld. So these are the three processes happening during the welding process. So these are the advantages of thermit welding. So it is a high strength joint. We can predict or we can expect a strong permanent joint with a metallurgical bonding, and it is versatile. This technique, wherever we can go from steel to cast iron, we can take it and use this process. So it's an on-site application. It's very important that we cannot construct all these railroads in our workshops or machine shops. We can take the equipment to the place where it has to be installed. So that is an on-site application, and it is relatively inexpensive than other process. So it is cost-effective process. I hope you all understood what is thermit welding, and the major applications here are railroad, heavy industry, and infrastructure. These three things are where this thermit welding is being extensively used. So So we have certain safety considerations in thermit welding, and these are all the 4 things to be taken care of, because the hot molten metals, the range of temperature is more than 2600 degrees centigrade, and it can affect your affect the man who is working under the improper without any safety conditions. So heats and sparks, fumes and gases, explosion risks, fire hazards. These are all the 4 safety considerations in thermit welding process. So the conclusion is this is an innovative technique, and it can be automated, and it is sustainable process where we can go for preventing the health hazards or health things that is happening in the present condition. Thank you all.